Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'll be doing my 35-week pregnancy update. I'm just going to jump right into this video today. The only symptoms I'm really having right now is I am back into my nesting phase. I remember a couple weeks ago, okay, it was like a couple months ago, that I started nesting, and by that I mean I cleaned like my whole house and rearranged my living room furniture at like 11 or 12 at night. But this time around, we moved in like October, no, the end of October, beginning of November, and I never set up Nicholas's room, and so it's been full of junk. And one of the reasons why is because we had like a dining room table that doesn't fit in this apartment but fit in our last one, so we needed to get rid of it, and I hadn't gotten rid of it until like last month or the month before or something like that. So wow. Anyways, so I finally got rid of that table and I'm able to fix his room, and I've finally not been procrastinating enough to where I can actually get it done, which is mostly a bunch of like hanging stuff on walls and like things like that like I thought I couldn't do unless I had my husband home, and I kind of got tired of waiting and being really impatient, so I was like, I'm just gonna do all this stuff myself. I originally wanted to like film the whole process of me, like a time lapse of me doing Nicholas's room, but I still don't have a tripod, and so it would just be too difficult to like show all that progress. So technically all I've gotten up is like the curtains, and I'm about to put up shelving. And I cleaned out his whole closet because his closet is bigger than me and my husband's, so it had become like a big huge storage place and was just full of stuff, and all of that needed to be gone through and organized so that I could put things away properly and have room for the new baby stuff and things like that. So that's technically all I've gotten. That is my nesting right now, because I haven't barely touched anything else in my house because I am too tired and lazy to clean on a daily basis. So mostly the only thing I ever get done is getting ready for these videos and cleaning my kitchen when like the dishes get too much, because my sink is super small, and if I don't do the dishes then it looks like I like haven't done them in a month. So nesting, only thing I have been nesting is cleaning my baby's room. Another thing is darkening skin. So I didn't have this with Nicholas, or at least I didn't notice it, but this time around, like my armpits and like down under areas have gotten darker, and like I've heard it's a really common symptom for wow, this curl is really, there we go. I've heard that's a really common symptom for most pregnancies, so I'm not like that worried about it, and I didn't even mention it to my doctor because I like just, you know, it's not bothering me, so it doesn't matter. And it said that it goes away after you give birth, so it has to do with like the same chemicals that like darken your nipples, and the same chemicals in your body that darken your nipples and the line that goes up your stomach, which I don't have a line this time around. I don't know if maybe I'll get one in the next couple of weeks, but I still don't have a line going up my stomach yet, unless I don't shave my belly button, and then I have a line, but it's not from my skin, it's from hair. So if anybody else has had that symptom, how fast did it go away after you gave birth? Because I want to know whether or not I'm going to have to implement some natural remedies to make it go away or not, or if it will actually go away, because my nipples never really got back to normal size after having Nicholas, so I'm unsure about these symptoms becoming permanent. Another thing that's becoming really hard at this pregnancy, at this stage in pregnancy, is like self-care stuff. Like I can barely hold my arms over my head for like a certain amount of time without getting like lightheaded, so doing my hair has become difficult. If I just took a shower standing and to do my makeup and things like that, it has become difficult. And then shaving is serious. It's a serious issue. It is the biggest issue. I have to like take a bath to shave, because otherwise it's just not gonna happen. And so I normally go like a month without shaving, which is kind of gross for me and a little bit TMI, but I'm going there because this is pregnancy and it's got to be real. So for everybody out there that's having a hard time with doing those daily things that you're normally used to doing, like shaving and getting ready, it is okay, and it will most likely get worse and you will not care by the end. Towards the end of my last pregnancy, I literally wore my hair in double braids every day, and I don't think I wore makeup or anything because I was literally expecting to go into labor at any time, and I was a week late. So I was just ready. I was like, my hair's braided, it's out of my face, can go into labor at any time. And like, this time around I'm trying to be a little bit more glamorous, if this is considered glamorous, and I'm hoping that that pays off in the end. And it definitely makes me feel better. So it's a win in my book, because I want to feel good about myself and not like a big blob of baby in front of me, which is kind of like what it feels like at the end of pregnancy. I've had this symptom for a while, but heartburn, I wanted to talk about this time around. I hadn't talked about yet. I have just like a lot of congestion, like, and discomfort and like heartburn put together. I don't have as much as I know that some women have, because it's not like every night or like several times throughout the day, but I do find myself popping Tums very often. And like people can so the most common conception when it comes to heartburn is that your baby is going to have a lot of hair, and I really didn't have a lot of heartburn with Nicholas, but he came out with a full head of hair. Like it looked like I had given him a mohawk and like shaved the sides and everything to match his father's haircut at the time, and he still has that haircut. So I'm sitting here thinking, I wonder if this baby's going to have as much hair as Nicholas did, or if he'll end up bald. It's like a fun guess. Either way, I don't care. I wouldn't have cared if Nicholas came out bald. Honestly, I didn't know that he was going to have a full head of hair until I got checked right after they had broke my water or something like that to see if I had progressed with Nicholas. And he was like, at the time I didn't know the gender, and my OBGYN was like, well, I don't know what it is, but he sure has a lot of hair. And no, it sure has a lot of hair. So it could, if it was a boy or a girl, they would have had a lot of hair. And ended up being a boy, so obviously. So I'm excited to know that. Let me know what you guys' guesses are, if you had any, or if you've had the same thing where you've had a lot of heartburn and your baby's had hair, or if you've had the exact opposite where you've had a lot of heartburn and your baby still had no hair. Either way, I know it doesn't matter. I just want to know. The last thing on babies before I go into a little bit of a life update, because I've had some stuff go on recently that is like stopping my video progress, because I've been wanting to upload more videos lately, and I'll get to that in just a second, is baby weight guesses. So as you guys know, if you've seen my birth vlog or just me talking about my last pregnancy in general, my firstborn was born 10 pounds and 2 ounces. So at this time, last time I went to I had an ultrasound done, and I mentioned this. I was measuring 5 days ahead from like the normal. So do you guys think that I'll have another 10-pound baby or more, or do you think it'll be normal? And I also, next week on my next pregnancy update, I will go back to my specialist, so I'll have another ultrasound, and I'll be able to give you another weight, a weight guess. But go ahead and give me your guesses, or if your babies are measuring early, was your baby bigger or not, or let me know, because I want to know. So diving into my life update, recently our car of 3 years, it's like a 2007 car, but it's an Infiniti, so it's really lasted, and the person who had it before us took really good care of it, and it had like low miles when we got it. Anyways, I got into a wreck 2 years ago, and it was not that bad of a wreck, but we think that the mechanics didn't fix our radiator, and so it had a leak in it, and it finally cracked enough for it to be like a big leak. And so we noticed that my car overheated, and we have to replace the radiator. So I have not had a car to go anywhere lately, so I have not been able to go out and buy things for my pregnancy update video, not my pregnancy update video, sorry guys, for my diaper bag video, because I still need to get more stuff for that, which also stresses me out in the nesting aspect, because I'm like, I'm not ready. which is like the whole last 5 weeks of pregnancy anyways. Well, at least my last 5 weeks, because that's all I got left going on right now. So another thing, I saw somebody do like a pre-parenting Q&A, like if you guys have any questions about like parenting or what it's like to have a newborn or those kind of things. If you're interested in me doing something like that, let me know and I'll definitely take that into consideration. If not, I'm not going to touch it because I didn't really see a lot of people doing it. But if not, I won't bother doing it and I'll just stick to doing the diaper bag video. I also have, I can do a newborn essential video because I've had a newborn before and I do have some favorites from when I had Nicholas, or I can wait until after this baby's born so I can give kind of like an updated one. Let me know if you're interested in that. Alright, that's my 35-week pregnancy update. As usual, at the end of the videos, I'm going to show you guys my bump. Alright, so this is my bump. Again, don't think much has changed. I do have stretch marks that are stretching though, and it's only like 2, so I'm not going to get that cry over it. Alright guys, so as usual, if you have any questions or any advice for me, go ahead and leave them down in the comments. If you like this video, then like, and if you want to see more of my content that I have coming up, go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss anything. Have a great day, guys.